Hello. We're trying something new tonight. Welcome to the Crop and Talk for Kiwi Lane. Once you're on, if you could kind of give us a couple of comments and make sure that we are communicating with you. Like I said, I'm a little nervous. I was fine before it started. Now I'm a little nervous. Um, this is a new format. This is the one, if you've been watching Susan on all the lives that she's done in the community, and I'm hoping this works out really well like it did for her, because there's so much we can do with it. We're just going to keep it basic tonight, but we have some people joining, Lee. Yep. Woohoo! Okay, now I can take a deep breath. All right. So this is, like I said, the Crop and Talk, and it is free to anyone in the community and whoever can view it on their streaming, Facebook, wherever your platform, wherever it's posted. Um, just a few things. We're going to be using the monthly kit club from July called Shoreline Treasures, and the templates are Sandcastle. So that's what we're going to be using tonight. And if you're not a Kit Club member, this will give you a little bit of taste on what you can expect to get from your kit. Also, just a little business. Tomorrow night, mark it down on your calendar. If you are a Kit Club member, don't forget the PJ Play Date. Okay, that starts at 6 p.m. Eastern, which would be 5 p.m. Central and 4 p.m. Mountain. So make sure to mark your calendar. Don't miss it, because that is with the president, Susan, and she's going to go through the kit, and it's a phenomenal time. Okay, so we're going to get started here, and tonight I am doing a layout with our little jelly bean, Miss Violet. We went to Santa Rosa Beach back in July of 2024, and this particular time, just about a year ago, this particular time was so fun because, and while everybody else was in the else was out in the beautiful ocean, she was hauling buckets of water and was digging a hole and filling the hole with water. And as some of you know, being at a beach, it just keeps sinking, and she kept hauling water. And I've got 3 little videos that I'm going to put on my layout later with some QR codes. But it was fun. It was so fun. And so I've got quite a few pictures. Let me run through them here real quick for you. Here she is. She's stomping in the hole with the water in it. Here she is getting ready to dig. Here's one of her buckets. She ended up actually calling with 2 buckets. Here she's digging the hole, and here she is setting in the hole. So this is what I'm going to do tonight, and I am in love with this kit. The paper is phenomenal. The templates are phenomenal, and the featured sets this month are Coastal Highway, Summer, Whimsy, and I'm missing Tiny Seaside. So those 4 are the featured sets that you can use. With that said, that doesn't mean you can't use other templates that are in your stash to use. In fact, I'm going to use backdrops, rings number 5, and I'm going to use ovals number 4. Okay. So yes, you can mix and match your Kiwi Lane templates, which is one great thing about owning Kiwi Lane templates, because you can use them over and over. All right, so we've got our Coastal Highway. Coastal Highway is a set of 3 sets of borders, 6 templates in total, and they all nest together. The reason they nest together is a couple things. One, because you have 2 pieces if you're doing a double layout. If you're doing a single layout, you can use one. You can layer them if you want to. So many options. If you're just doing a single, if you're doing a double, you can do the same thing. The other reason that they're nestled together is because when you get ready to cut them, you're going to lay it on an edge. You're going to take a pencil. We're going to trace it. And then you put the other one right up gets to it. Make a little mark. Cut, 2 cuts, and you'll have 2 pieces. Simple, simple, simple. Okay. So we're going to get into our little design here. And I'm actually going to flip this over because it matches in this direction. Let's see what it's going to look like if I do it this way. All right, that can be fun. That way I'm going to put my ovals on top. And some of it, I mean, I'm going to lose a couple little things of the waves, but I'm okay with that. I don't like doing it all the time, but this time I'm okay because, well, let me see what happens. I got an idea. We might be able to hide. Let's just flip. I kind of like that a little better. All right, we're going to flip it, and you're not going to see. You're not going to see this underneath, so it's not going to matter. I think I'm going to leave it like that so I have a high wave all the way across. All right, so now we're going to go to our pictures. So I cut mine all the way to a 4x5, and I use the inside of the oval. Let me grab some photo templates here. I forgot to grab those.
Well, while I'm doing it, there's some things that Susan has placed, and I put them up on the screen, and I'm hiding them. But that way, for those of you that might replay, you could see that in the future. I hope I'm getting all the right ones. I think I got those. But anyway, while you're doing that, I am going to say here a little bit. We
Go
do
for it.
have Angela Bisher that joined us from very warm Indiana. So we know what that could be like. Let's go back up to the top because I think I've got some here that I missed. Sabrina is on Gish.
Oh, Sabrina, just FYI, we've been on, Sabrina, we've been on with Susan trying to get this new format done. The app that you're looking for, she just got a brand new Epson Picture Mate, and the app is called Epson Creative Print, and it looks like an art palette. So I have a picture of it, and when I'm done, I will text it to you. But it's Epson Creative Print. That's a mouthful.
Bunny
Okay.
Smoker's off from up in Michigan.
All
Looking
right.
forward to a fun night.
So are we. I need this guy.
Natalie Shimnuck's on from Florida.
Hello. What part of Florida? We got to know because we actually are going to be there in October. Looking forward to it.
Actually doing a cropping event in Gateway area of Fort Myers. Gail O is on, says hi from northeastern Nevada. Our daughter and their family, they're actually, I think they went to Utah.
Yes.
Today. They flew into Las Vegas, and I know they're heading to some of the parks that are in Utah there.
Okay.
Judy Nolhoff-Son says, hi, Linda.
Hello.
And if I remember right, Judy, I think, is from Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Okay. This is our basic layout. So if you have rings, ovals, coastal highway, this is what the layout, the basis is going to be. And then we're going to add our accessories. So some of the accessories I've pulled is I like this one. I don't use it as often as I should. Because, I mean, there's so many things. If you've got New York pictures, just think of that as the Statue of Liberty, the crown of that. You could use it for that. 4th of July, if you're working on those pictures, this is a great one for that. If you're working Arizona sunset pictures, this is a great one for that.
Debbie Kazmarek's on.
Hello.
Rochelle Tanner's on, says good evening from down in Nebraska.
Hello, hello. Okay, we're going to kind of adjust this a
We're
little bit.
Actually in Spearfish, South
Dakota. It's been rainy today. It was nice and
earlier it was 57 degrees. We've been in the mid 90s or more all week.
And I'm not complaining, guys. I'm not complaining at all. Because I'm excited.
Well, not about that anyway.
Oh, we're not going to go there.
But again, I am going to place it up there for a limited time. You get 30% off to their favorite patriotic products.
Okay,
and there's a code.
Okay, so for Kiwi Kit Club members, this is only Kiwi Kit Club members. There's 30% off the All-American paper kit with the Star Spangled Sweetie templates. Okay, this is for the Kiwi Kit Club only, and the code is July 2025. And I think it's only a 24-hour thing. It was announced this morning. So don't forget that.
I did click it up on it, so it did go up on the screen for a little bit. Karen Betts says, hi, Lee and Linda. Miss you in Iowa. And we'll be there later on in August. Hopefully you're okay, Karen. I saw earlier there's a tornado warning not far out of Cedar Rapids.
No, there was another one. So anyway, He's got to take a phone call, it looks like, guys. So I've got all my templates here.
Hey, this is late.
All right. So in the kit, the sandcastle, there is this adorable little bucket, guys. And there's a little shovel. So I'm going to stick that right down in here. And then we've got Tiny Seaside, number 7, and Tiny Seaside. This can be a little starfish, but I'm going to use it as the center of my flower. So that's 2 and 4. I'm going to tuck that up here. I'm going to bring this ring down just a bit. All right. And then
Hey, fine. My phone was just ringing.
I've got the little seaside, little shell, number 5. I'm going to tuck that up here. And then we've also got sandcastle number 6, the starfish. Oh, absolutely love it. These little holes, you can actually use your pen, and you can use it as a stencil, or you can use gems, you can use enamel dots, you can use your Nuvo drops, whatever you want to use. Sorry about that. He's a little loud back there. And another one from Summer is number 3, the beach ball. And I'm actually going to tuck this up here. It just kind of gives it a playful, whimsy feel. The beach ball in there, even though I don't have beach ball in my pictures, that's okay. I'm fine with that. Okay. Then also on Tiny Seaside, this little strip, I use this thing, this little curve, for more than I can tell you. But here's what I was playing with this today, and I really love this. So I'm going to take it around my bucket, and I'm just going to kind of swoosh it around the bucket. I think I like it that direction. Okay. So we're going to make this like this.
Shauna Scott was wanting to know, does Kiwi Lane still make the stirring tray?
No, they do not. Um, I have found one, guys. This works pretty slick. Let me grab it. And I like it because it has rubber on the bottom and rubber on the inside. Okay. It's by,
Non-slip type, yeah.
it's by Rubbermaid, and it is let's see, it has a name on it. It's Rubbermaid. It's the ones that attach together. There's a little thing where they attach, for your silverware.
Snap together.
So this one is approximately 14 and a half inches long.
I think the dimensions are on the end here.
Oh, there you go. Drawer organizer, no slip, interlocking, yeah, 3 by 15 inches. 3 by 15. I was measuring it without the thing on there. Okay, so that's what this, and it works really good because your envelopes will fit in it. I'm just gonna pull the 12 by 12 up, but all your envelopes will fit down inside, and you can use it just for your templates too. So that is an option for you. Okay. If you already have them in your kitchen silverware drawer, just go swipe it. All right. Now, one more thing here. Well, actually, 2. The sandcastle. This one, number 5. Now, I use this in the PDF for the monthly kit. And I'll show you. We're going to do that tonight, how I did it. You are going to love this little tag. But I'm going to put this up and across over here. See, just a little bit of the flower and a little bit of the beach ball. This is what everybody loves this kit for. It's the sandcastle templates. There are a ton of these little things. And I'm just going to pull a few of them.
And they're pretty versatile. You do all kinds of things.
You could use this not just for sand. You could use this for Princess Castle. You could use this if you went to the castles in Ireland, England, if you're traveling. There's actually castles here in America, so you could use it for that. Or if you want, if you're doing like a lighthouse, you could even use some of these and just create your own little lighthouse with it too. So, okay, we're going to start with the base on this one, and I'm going to put this one right in the middle, and I'm going to put this one kind of right behind it, and then this one is going to go on top. And then my flag, there comes with 2 little flags, but you can put it on top, but I'm going to put it right here today. Okay. Let me flip it around the other way. Let's see here.
Sherry Gill says hello from Casa Grande, Arizona.
Hello. Yeah, I like it that way better. Okay. So that's our layout, what we're going to create tonight. What do you think? And we're going to do a lot of little tricks tonight, okay, to get you going. Now, I have used my kit already, but that doesn't mean I don't have paper left. Because as you know, with the Kiwi Kit Club, you can get 3 double page layouts out of your kit, and sometimes there's enough scraps. And I'll put 99% of the time there's enough scraps. All you have to do is add some more background and you can create more. Okay. So,
Angie Miller says hi from Charlotte, North Carolina.
hello. Welcome, ladies. So, the 3 basic pieces that I'm going to use for the ovals, the ring, and the coastal highway. I mean, I've picked this paper. I have picked this paper and this one. Okay. So these are going to be my 3. This is my main pattern and my supporting 2 supporting papers. Okay. All right. So this one we're going to use for the coastal highway.
Rochelle said she just got done getting a tattoo.
Oh my goodness. I could never do that. I'm sorry. That would just hurt too.
Yeah, Linda be passed out. Anything to do with the needle.
That's not going to happen. No, I have trouble just, well, I'm okay now since I've had kids. It's a lot better. But give me a needle and I'm out. So all right.
Yeah, Terry
Pass it on
Fry
to my
says
kids.
hello, first time watching.
Welcome,
Yeah, let us know
welcome.
where you're from, Terry. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Terre.
Okay. So one of the little tricks that we have done is sometimes the paper's dark. I use a Kuru Toga pencil, and you can use it to see on here. But I'm going to show you a trick. If you don't like cutting on dark, we're going to take the template, we're going to slide it off, slide it under, and flip it over. Okay. Want to do it again? It's called the slide flip. This is how I designed it. So I'm going to lay it on the paper I want in the correct position, slide it off, slide it under, flip both of them over. Okay. And you only have to do that with the one template. You don't have to do it with both because you've already got the one in the position. And because they match together, mate together, you are good to go.
And that's the key of A, the slide flip.
Well, we're trying to figure out a song for it, right?
Little Texas swing. Suzanne Connor says she loves her Epson printer and that app. It's great.
Awesome. I'm so glad. Yeah, I do too. I printed, I was going to do a 5x7. I was going to kind of emulate the one that was in the PDF, but I'm like, you guys can see that in there. I'm going to do something different.
And I am a little bit behind on the comments, but Sabrina said, thanks. She'll look for that app after the crop tonight.
Great. If you have any trouble, message me back. For some reason, Messenger is really not being friendly. And it's, I lost all my Messenger people. So.
And Terry already read my mind. She's from Colorado. We'll be in Colorado in a couple of weeks. We're going to be in Larkspur, south of Denver.
Yes. Yes, we're going to be, well, we're going to a
Rally.
RV rally in AIM, an AIM RV rally, all inclusive motor coach. For those of you who are first time on here, we live full time in our motorhome. So, yeah, love it. For the most part, love it. There's some times it gets a little close, and
we're in the Black Hills, which is also known for a lot of hail, so we try to dodge that when we can.
All right, so I'm going to take my Tim Holtz scissors. The best thing for Kiwi Lane is a good pencil and a good pair of scissors, okay? And the way to cut is make short, long cuts. Never go to the point unless you're going into a tight space, okay?
I see Jones on from Noonan, Georgia.
You just take your time. It's not that hard to cut around. I didn't turn the paper quite, made it a little harder on myself. Just take your time. This is probably the hardest template for me to cut. All the rest of them are really, really super easy. And if you see the pencil lines don't worry, we got a fix for that. Okay.
Karen said there was no tornadoes there. They're out there in Iowa.
Well,
thank
that's
goodness,
good.
but they've had lots of rain. They had over 4 inches in 24 hours.
That's not good.
Stump pumps are running.
Not good. And turn your paper, not your scissors, if at all possible. just short strokes, shortcuts.
Betsy Johnson's on, says hello from Texas. Her question is, what are the marks on your templates?
Marks on my templates. Are you talking about?
I assume
Are you talking about these little copper things, or like these little marks? We'll wait for her reply. I can tell you, these here are washi tape pieces. I put them on my templates, so when I go to another crop and somebody else is just using Kiwi Lane, I know which ones are mine, or if I loan them out, I know which ones are mine.
Well, you do a lot of crop and talks too, or not crop.
Stay in place.
Stay in place. Yeah.
So that's what those marks are. The other ones are actually there for a design perspective. Okay. So I'll show you here in a minute when we get to the sandcastle, those in particular, I'll show you how you can use those to create a finished look for that particular template.
And Debbie Snell's on, says hi, and she's from the
Yay.
Cincinnati area.
Okay.
She could have
So
a bowl of
now,
chili.
this is the way I designed it, right? With this side up. I'm going to do a little trim on this. I didn't hold my cutter down. So I'm just going to trim off that way. That was my fault. Nothing to do with the templates. That was my fault. Okay, so using Distress Ink Vintage Photo, Tim Holtz, you can use the oxide one, but it's not, I don't like it as well because it does not, oh, and I just did the wrong one. That's okay.
It doesn't dry quite as fast.
It doesn't dry as fast. So.
And it gets on a lot
All right.
more than just your paper usually. Brenda Bailey's on. She says, hi, y'all. I'm getting excited to watch you. She's there in Crossville, Tennessee.
So we're this close to the YouTube channel, guys. This close. We're hoping that now that we got onto this new streaming from Kiwi Lane, that we'll be able to just go live on YouTube at the same time. So.
And actually, this new program we're using tonight is to help us do that, right?
Yes. All right.
And I do have a serious question when you have time.
All right, go for it.
Terry Fry, that's on from Colorado, new on. She's new to Kiwi Lane. She wants to know, what sets do you suggest a new person get?
So personally, if you like the design with just borders, there are a lot of options there. If you like something that gives you accessories, like for instance, if you like working with flowers, a feminine one that I would suggest, it's a scrapbooking kit. You'll look under that heading on kiwilane.com for scrapbooking kits, and that one is called, Lee, do you remember?
Nope.
Nature Walk. Okay, that's
I knew that was just a test.
Yeah, that's the feminine one. A little more masculine, and you can use it for anything. Okay, guys, I say masculine because it has gears in it. So if you're doing more things masculine, that would be the one to get. And then there's one called Party Time. Now that's not necessarily birthday. It has templates like a flag banner. It has well, it does have a cake and a plate and balloons and stuff too, but you can use it for just about anything else you want to on it. I would say if you're starting and you want to really, really, really get into it and play and have lots of fun, I'd get all three of them. But to start with, if you're looking for just one, I would go with Nature Walk because that one you can use for anything. Okay, it has little leaves in it and flowers and just it's.
Does Nature Walk have some of the borders?
Yes, it has 2 borders in it. So and every one of the sets have 2 borders. Party Time actually has 4 in it. So, all right. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere these down. Probably going to have to change this out tonight, guys, because I've been really, really using this hard.
Sabrina Gish says, loves your design.
Well, thank you.
Lisa Howard says, hello from Philadelphia.
Hello, hello. I'm going to take these little accessories off for now because I want you to see the actual backdrops first and foremost.
Glenda's on. Eden hadn't seen you on for a while, Glenda. She's from New Zealand.
Oh, well,
Remember,
hello.
she used to join us.
Yes, welcome, welcome. Yes, it's been it feels like Lee and I have not been on a lot because we've been in remote areas in the motorhome. There was one day we actually completely lost all cell service, internet, everything. We had no communication at all except for SOS. And I'm
It wasn't all bad.
it depends on who you talk to. Um so we were able to get through. The campground had a little bit of a signal from their Wi-Fi, so we were able to get on and Facebook message our friend and owner of Scrap Mania, Stacy, and told her we're okay because there were some storms that came through, and to let our kids know that we're okay because she has their information. So, but anyway, let's go on here to the next step. So rings and the ovals can be used as backdrops. And by that, that just kind of fills in the empty space on your layout. Okay. Couple of different things. I'm going to go ahead and trace the outside of this. And the reason I like the Kurutoga pencil, you can use any pencil, but I like this one because, first of all, it's easy to erase if I need to erase, which I very rarely do. But it glides really easy. It doesn't break like a regular mechanical pencil, and it has diamond in it for that reason, and it's self-sharpening. So I am going to go ahead and do the inside because I'm going to show you a way to save more paper and make this layout softer. Okay. So you can, if you don't want to, you can just do the outside, cut it out, use that whole thing, put your pictures over top. You're done, right? All right. So that's one.
Lisa Buscemi says hi from Hot Oregon.
Hello. Welcome, welcome.
Lisa Wiseman says hello from Pennsylvania. Yes, I do. Third week in August, we're going to be at the Scrap convention. It's in Edison, New Jersey.
Scrapbook Expo. I think is what it is. I think it's the Scrapbook
It's
Expo.
the same thing as we
went. I'll be helping. Florida. I'll be helping Kiwi Lane vendor in a booth there. So make sure if you're in the Edison, New Jersey area, you stop by. I have to tell you a funny story. So we were at the CKC in Lebanon, Tennessee, helping Kiwi Lane out, and there was a booth next door to Kiwi Lane. Well, kind of kitty corner. Anyway, they had these really beautiful dies. And I bought one because I do like to work with dies. Kiwi Lane works with any other product very, very well. Kiwi Lane can work with your Cricut. It can work with your uh, dies, your stamps, anything like that. Don't have to, but it does work. Okay. So let me tell you about this, and then I'll go back to the story. So to cut the inside, there's one of two ways. Well, actually, there's multiple ways. You can do the old school, poke your scissors in, cut out to the edge and go around, right? But that kind of screws up the whole paper. You can use what they call a slice tool, which is basically an X-Acto knife, but it won't cut you. It's an amazing little tool. You can use that. You have to have a self-adhesive mat to go around it. Or the easiest way is because we have it tucked under another template. We're going to cut into the line and then go all the way
And
around.
stop.
And then go on in around the line. Okay. That's the easiest. All right. So back to this. So I went over there and I bought this die and I created a beautiful shell using some pearl paper and glitter paper and some rhinestones and stuff. And I took it back to him, showed him what it was. But Susan, the president of the company, she's like, you need to put that on a layout.
Susan of Kiwi Lane.
Kiwi Lane, the president of, yes, of Kiwi Lane, to go back and put it on a layout for him. So I did do that. And today, kid you not, today, my cousin, Lee's cousin and my cousin, calls and said, I'm in Madison, Wisconsin at this scrapbook convention.
CKC.
And your layout is in a booth. And I'm like, okay. Do tell. And so she put me on Facebook and she showed the picture on FaceTime. But what had happened was she walked up there, saw the shell, didn't see the layout at first, saw the shell, fell in love with the shelf. And then the owner, he came over and said, well, this is the lady that did it. And then she looked up really close at it and she goes, I know her. That's my cousin. So it was funny. It was very funny to have that. But anyway, I guess they have really, it's really sold out quite a bit of their dies. And for that, that makes me feel good. So anyway, we are almost done here. I'm going to ink all of it.
You do have one other one here that says hello from name is Scrap Mania.
Oh, is that Stacy or is that Shannon?
I don't know. It says hello, Linda Hanson and Lee.
Oh, awesome. Okay. So Kiwi Lane does give you double sheets for your backgrounds, but not the regular paper because there's enough for you to create whatever. But in this case, because I have larger pieces, I could use 2 kits, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap it. So this one,
I think it is Stacy. She says they love it except for missing me.
aw, missing you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the other one now, and I'll use this one. Okay.
Deb Wiltanger says hi, Linda and Lee.
Hello. We're going to go right.
Sabrina C says hello from South Carolina.
Hello, hello. Okay, we'll cut the inside.
Brenda Bailey from down in Crossville says, I love the Tim Holtz scissors. Thank you for the recommendations.
Oh, good.
A big difference.
They do make a difference. They have, I like these the most, the 7-inch, but they do make a 5-inch, and they do make left-handed ones also. So I got mine years and years ago, and they're red-handled. The new ones are black-handled, and color that make a difference. But I will tell you a secret. Don't let anybody else use your scissors because this is weird and it could be just me, my OCD kicking in. But when you cut with them, they learn to cut the way you cut.
But you let me use them.
No, I don't. He has his own pair. He has some safety scissors he gets. I don't trust him with scissors because he cuts himself too easy.
Betsy Johnson said, yes, those. Very smart. She's the one to ask about the marks on the templates.
Okay.
That's how far behind I am on mine.
Oh, well, come on. Snap it up here. Snap it up.
Washi tape ones.
Yep. That's just so I know. Let's see which way.
And Scrap Mania says, start with the borders. They're the most universal.
Yep. So that is true. And there's so many to choose. So when you go on, you just search borders, and you can just pick out what your favorite shape is. I like them all. Abbey Road's a good one to start with if you want to just do 6 borders. Another one that is good is Aspen Court. That's a good one.
That's real popular.
Yes, they're all good. Paisley Place is good. Say that 3 times fast. And I should step it up here.
3 times fast, 3
No.
times fast. Brenda Webb says, hello, 104 degrees here in Tracy, California.
Woo.
It's a dry heat, though, Brenda.
It's a dry heat. Listen to this.
Our daughters in the Vegas area, they flew into to go to some parks in Utah. And she said it was so hot there. She thought she was on the sun.
Yeah, she thought she was on
So
the
we told her
surface
it's
of the
a
sun.
dry heat. She says, and she gave us some kind of a hot face or whatever. She said,
It's
it's hot.
not good. Not good.
Lisa's on S.
Hey.
Hanson's from a very soggy northeast Iowa.
I heard
The
you guys
creeks on
got.
the way home were full to overflowing from the downpours this afternoon.
Oh, I wonder how it is by our house. So Stacy, how bad is it at the house? Actually, for those of you who know Stacy from Scrapmania, she bought our house when we went full time. And there is a creek that doesn't run right next to the house, but by the neighbor's house.
Goes on the
And
property line.
it's never been over into our yard, but it has been to the neighbors. So, all right.
Deborah Snell says, I still can't find your YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's not live yet.
Link in here.
It's not live yet because we were such a remote area for so long. We've got all the videos downloaded, so they're saved. The ones that were on Scrapmania, but the ones that to get uploaded, it won't let us upload. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of sit that.
But I hope in the next couple of weeks we kind of get there. But we'll make sure we reach
Yes,
out,
well,
Deborah.
you watch for a post. It will be there. I guarantee it. All right. Now let's see if I got enough to put on here.
And then Glinda, of course, commented to that from down in New Zealand. It would be awesome to have Linda on YouTube.
Yes, we are going to get there. I promise.
I think it'd be more awesome for her to go do a crop in New Zealand, but I need her to do that.
Okay, so I have just enough to do a full. So there's two ways I can do this, okay? I can make a full oval on each one and put the picture on the full oval, okay? This is where you guys can kind of help. You see what you think. Or I could do, and this is what I'm thinking, I can do a partial oval, or make a smaller oval, I'm sorry, and I can offset it. And I think I like that, but you guys tell me what you think. And if, yeah, I think I like that.
Well, Terry Fry said, thank you, Linda and Lee. And I plan on purchasing this weekend. And hopefully, you got a creative partner that you work through. If not, feel free to reach out to Linda and chat with her.
The other thing you can do, the other thing you can do is you can email support@kiwilane.com and just tell them that you want to be under Linda Hanson. You can do that. My partner,
or if you have somebody else.
Yeah, my partner number is 247-200. If you have one in your area, I highly recommend being under them because they'll be closer to you and you can get more one-on-one. But I'm always willing and able to help. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do
And I'll
a
try.
partial. This is just another.
I'll scroll down to see if anybody.
Yeah. If there's another creative partner that's in the area, just let us know so we can pass on that information.
Smaller ovals, what I'm getting out of them, Terry.
Yeah, let's just try that.
Said smaller.
This is something that you guys probably don't do a lot. You probably do the full size and fill it in, right? But if you do the smaller one, the reason I say that is because one, it's a different look, but you also are saving the scraps because they're double-sided for other things. So let's just see what we can do with the offset. And I do like to do a lot of offsetting. I don't know why. I just like the look of, I call it wonky. I like things wonky. I married Lee. Oh man, salam smoking. I got that one.
So you want me to get the book out, read you on the wonky donkey?
No. Have you guys ever heard of that? The little wonky donkey?
Oh, I'm sure they have.
I gotta get that and send that to Susan's for her new grandson. I have got to get that. Oh my gosh, yes. She needs the wonky donkey.
Wonky donkey.
Yes.
Anyway, Glinda from down in New Zealand said I hadn't been on for a while, but I still watching you.
Aww.
So you don't get far away.
Well, that's good.
And Terry wants to know, will Kiwi Lane be at the Scrapbook Expo in Mesa, Arizona? I'll be attending that one in September.
Again, I would email support@kiwilane.com and ask, because right now I am saying no, but that doesn't mean that they aren't.
We won't be there.
Yeah, we won't.
In September.
I know that they're doing more these days than what they have in years past, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it that they're be able to get out with everybody and
we'll be down
green again.
And kind of in the Denver area, south of there, for a week or so. Maybe I don't know how far you are from there, but we can always hook up sometime.
What is the crop that we're going to be at?
We're doing a crop at a church just across from Torrington, Wyoming. It's like Morel, Nebraska, but it's a little ways up. But well, we got some people that follow that want us to get together, so we're gonna do that for a few days. Gwendolyn Jackson's on, says hi, Lee and Linda.
So what we're doing is, like, right now we're working on our schedule for next year. Okay, this year we've got a couple of flexible moments, but for the most part we are scheduling next year. And if there's a place that we can get to come see you, then we'll come. Okay, so you just gotta let us know. Yeah, just let us know. I'm really liking that offset.
Michelle Chan says, I'm watching you on YouTube now. Is this new?
Yes.
Well, and so what it is there's a program called StreamYard, and that's what Kiwi Lane uses. So tonight's the first time I've used that to get on there. So that is linked to Facebook and YouTube through the community. Now, in the future, we could probably link it.
We will be, yeah, we're gonna be linking it.
YouTube.
Yeah, this is our first time, so we're gonna link it to every Facebook, every YouTube, everything we can get out there to get you guys to see it. We're gonna do it. Okay, so to soften this up, so I'm gonna show you really quick.
So that is true.
Yes. So I'm gonna really show you really quick. The pictures, if I leave them like this, that's just fine, right? With the backdrop. But let me show you.
You're in water.
I know I'm in water. But vellum, if you've got vellum in your stash, vellum is a great specialty paper that does a whole bunch of things. I can't name everything it does, but
You're
one thing,
engineering a lot.
oh my gosh, one thing I really like about it is it softens the page. I'll show you here in just a second. Bless you.
And that's what I meant by water. Sometimes you put that on, it's like you're underwater almost with that vellum. But Lisa Yokamazon says hi from California.
Hello.
Long time. It's great to see her.
But vellum, I love working with vellum. And if you're lucky, you can find a lot of it in different colors. Boy, that's noisy. I know Creative Memories has different colored, and I know that what's her name? Emily, she's a new die maker. She's come out with colored vellum too. Okay, so before I go any further, let me show you. I guess let me get this one out of the way. Okay, so when I put this vellum underneath, you see the softness I'm getting underneath that, as opposed to this side. I'm getting another layer, okay? Like there's what it would be on this side, without and with. So I'm going to use it to soften up my layout. And what I like about it too is I love using a crimper, which remind me, Lee, I did not get my crimper out and I need to get it. It's in that cabinet behind me. If you can get that
Above or below?
above.
Okay, I will get that.
It's on the bottom shelf towards the center back.
Okay, Lori Baker says hello, and she's in Colorado, beautiful Colorado.
Keep it nice when we get there.
And Joni Penrod from Bennett, Colorado.
Hello. And you don't have to be really precise in this because we got a lot of play. We got about an inch play of the ring. And I'm not even going to ink it because it's going to be underneath. And I've already got the edges of my ring paper already inked. Okay. So now get these out of the way. And I'm going to go ahead and stick this on.
And Lori says her and Joni live outside of Erie, Colorado.
I'm not sure where that's at. So you're going to have to tell Lee.
And I'm trying to remember, well, Nikki Probst that we're going to be with. I know her sister. I don't think it's Joni, but it's close to the name. Linda.
You know, it might be easier doing it this way.
She's concentrating, so I won't
bother. Oh, she's concentrating. Yeah, she's concentrating.
Liz Woolson.
Trying to get my fingers to not be sticky.
She's in Kansas. Scrap Meanie said it's fine there, just raining.
Oh, good. All right, so we're gonna put this on. And
so their Tim Holtz scissors are wonderful also.
I'm gonna cut off the excess here.
Marshall says, hello, everyone. Boy, I missed you. The colors are so cheerful.
Oh, this kit club is amazing. Wait till you see next month, guys. Holy cow. I couldn't stop. I wanted to keep going and going and going.
And Lori Baker says, I don't have a creative partner in Colorado, but feel free to reach out to Linda. Like you said, go to Kiwi Lane. Email at
support@kiwilane.com. Okay.
And you can reach out to Linda anytime. And Terry is in Grand Junction, Colorado.
He's looking up, guys. He's the navigator. I'm the driver. He's the navigator. I drive. the motorhome. He just tells me where to go, and he's really good at that. Okay, here's my. I could put that underneath.
Am I good at that?
Yes, you're good at that. All right. Put this around. Now you don't have to do this all the way around. You can just do little bits here and there. Me, because I travel with it, I want it so that I know that it's secure. So, all right, we're going to stick this. Put up just a tad. And over just a tad more. There we go.
Marshall says, yes, we had the Wonky Donkey book. It's hilarious.
Oh, gosh. One of my faves. All right.
Sounds like Joni and Lori are going to become scrapbooking buds. Close to it.
All right, let me get these out of the way.
And Lori says, know where Torrington, Wyoming is. And she's saying, come to Colorado, please.
Well, you got to give Lee, get the date or the places, and then we'll work on dates.
Yeah, and Terry's over further. She says 5 hours away to Larkspur. She's on the western slope. We were up into Yellowstone. We've been up through there. We've been traveling around this year.
We came over the Bighorn Mountain. I drove over that, and that was interesting. I saw a moose, my first live moose in the wilderness. My grandparents used to have a real moose head, get this, in the dining room, hanging over the dining room table, was a big moose head.
The one moose I remember, or was that Elks in Muscatine, Iowa, played in a band, and the head fell down, hit a lady in the back of the head.
I wonder if I could get this off. Probably not. Okay, I'm going to show you something else too that you can do with a piece of vellum.
Is this the one you want?
Yeah, that's the one I want. Okay, give me that here. All right, so this will fit in this. Okay, this is a crimper. This is my wavy one. Just as an FYI on future, if you go to do this technique, so when you go running it through.
And then hold it up close to the camera.
Yes, boss. All right, so you can see this. Just imagine that behind this here. Okay, just as an FYI.
Kind of like the old romper, stomper, bumper boot.
So I should have thought of that. I mean, I'm going to use the crimper for other things, but I should have thought.
I love that thing. Like Tracy Williams comment, she said the camera quality is amazing. It's crystal clear.
Yay!
Because that's not always been the case in some of our other.
I know. Well, thanks to Susan and Kiwi Lane, because they're the ones that have this program and got us on it.
And Joni, I'm going to grab a picture. She said in Strasburg, Colorado, there's a group that gets together once a month on Saturday and Sunday for scrapbook. You'd be interested in joining us, so we'll have to check that out.
Okay, we got that one done. Now let's do these. Make sure I get them in the right one.
Lori says yes, please.
This thing goes over here. Okay, so we're gonna do it off center.
And Lisa Yoko from out in California said a 12 by 12 cardstock shop has colored vellum.
There you go. You're all set.
We were in Buffalo, Wyoming, and found a grocery store that had
oh my gosh, guys,
loads of scrapbook stuff in the back.
Unbelievable. You go walking through the store, you get to the bakery, dead ahead was scrapbooking and quilting. And guess what? Most of it was from Reminisce, which is a company out of Iowa.
And Joni, I thought you were her Nikki's sister, but I couldn't remember for sure. And you will be at the Crop and Morale that we're going to be there. We're going to be parking our motorhome at the church, I think is where they're doing a crop, but you'll have to, anybody else that's on here that you want to take, like Lori or anybody else that's close to you, you feel free to do whatever.
So but, I'm just playing here and see, I like that right there. Okay. This part right here.
Yeah, just across the line out of Wyoming. And it's kind of like a staying place. So Linda has all the templates. And what she typically does is sets those up, and you can use any of the templates, no charge, no obligation,
Yep.
and she'll give you
Any tips and tricks
personal.
that I have? You want to live in my head for a few hours?
You don't want to do that. I've been there. Don't go there. But anyway, it's
No, no, no.
it's really
Okay.
it's really good, and she really kind of gets down with things. Plus, you'll have what, 4 albums there that of all these lives, they're just amazing to see in person, and she'll have those there too to look at. So anybody wants to reach out to Joni, feel free to do that. So
Okay, now I love using other papers, okay, in my specialty stuff. I know that glitter and burlap, you guys see me use that, are probably my most favorite. So we're gonna use a little glitter. This one, I don't even know if the name's still on it, not sure, but it's kind of a bronzy, orangey gold color. And I'm gonna make the sun out of this one. And we're gonna do a slide, slide, flip, because you can't write on this. So you slide it off, slide it under, flip it over, okay? And what I like to do too is when I am tracing these, I want to keep as much of a 12-inch space available so that if I want a 12-inch strip, I don't have to cut a new piece. I can just use what I have. All right, we're just going to go right around here. And as you can see, to trace some of these intricate ones, I have my fingers spread a little bit. Now, I have arthritis really, really bad in my hands from an accident in 1988 when I was hit by a semi. I broke my hands, okay? So Kiwi Lane keeps me nimble. It keeps, what do you call that? It's not ergonomically, but what do I say that? It's good for my hands, basically.
it's therapeutical.
Therapeutical. There's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I'll let you
Okay.
go for a while before I give you the answer.
I am not gonna go, I'm not doing the inside. I'm gonna go straight across because I want that entire section. Okay. Now I am gonna go ahead and detach it from the paper because it'll be easier to cut out. Yes, I'm gonna waste a little bit, but it'll be fine.
And Lori Baker says, I'm on a farm outside of Erie, Colorado. The main interstate in Colorado is I-25, about 100 yards from our house, and it can be very noisy. We'll be coming down I-25, so we'll lay in the air horn when we go.
Oh,
And Jody says, not far from Colorado National Speedway. I'm not sure. I think we're close to that, but
we love what we do. We love to travel. I love to share the love of Kiwi Lane, the love that I have for it. It's so easy because the system is foolproof.
and that's really quite neat there. Sabrina Gitch said she went to Wishful Thinking, a store that's in Brown County, Indiana, last week, and she bought a wavy crimper.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're pretty versatile.
Okay, so when you're inking glitter paper, I don't do this because this one doesn't come off, but some of the glitter does on some sheets. So I'm just daubing the edges is all I'm doing. I'm just doing a little push in there just to kind of get some ink, cover that little white area that I cut with. All right.
Lisa Weisman said, what a difference a vellum makes. I love it. Thanks for sharing that.
Yes, like I said, you're going to get quite a few tips tonight, so hang in there. You're going to get quite a few.
And Connie Lorsch says, and I probably pronounced it wrong, so I'm sorry. When and where did you say you are going to be in Nebraska? We're going to be doing a crop in Morel, which is right up real close to the Wyoming border.
I'm going to have to cut a little of this out.
But we will be coming across Nebraska on interstate. Well, we'll come up from like Denver. I don't know if that's 76 or whatever it is. It comes up to 80. And we're staying in, it's the Indian name. I'll have to look it up.
Let me get these down.
Be in Sydney. Ogallala, we'll be staying there one night, I know. And then I think we're staying, I don't remember if it's Kearney or if it's North Platte. and then we'll be in West Des Moines, Iowa, going back to see grandkids in Iowa. But anyway, make sure that you can send notes to Linda, and because as we're laying out for things next year, we'll keep it all in mind. Part of it is our son lives and his family live up in northwestern North Dakota. So when you get up there, you're close to Santa Claus, but not much else. So we always look at coming south. They're right off US 85, which we're right off US 85 here in Spearfish, South Dakota. And US 85, I believe, goes down pretty close to Torrington, Wyoming, and continues its way on down. So,
okay, just one. I'm going to go ahead and put my pictures on for those of you who don't want to do a lot of embellishments. This is going to show you.
And Lisa Yokova said on a very thin layer of Mod Podge and some drying time will stop the loose glitter.
Yeah, I've heard of that before. In fact, I didn't have my Mod Podge with me, so I got a little yesterday at the store.
Well, Brenda, to answer your question, you said, are we coming to Tennessee anytime? I don't know if it's Tennessee, but I think we're going to a place called Crossville we're going to try to go to in September. We're going to try to go see our niece that's there for a few days. So we'll have to try to see if we can hook up with you. And then we got some friends that are over by.
Are you taking pictures so you're going to remember these names? You better.
These names are written in.
You better make sure you take pictures of the comments so we know where we're going. Otherwise, it might be a flyby. And I don't want to miss it if we don't have to. All right, I might tuck. Let's see. I might tuck it down just a little.
Yeah, speaking of traveling in places, Linda found a little store right here in Spearfish. It's been in business almost 50 years. They have a lot of fabric. They do quilting and things, but they also have done scrapbooking, and they had a lot of things, ribbons and
the ribbon. Oh my gosh, guys, I got a bunch of ribbon. Just as an FYI, if you are in this area, it's called the Knot Hole. KNOTHOLE. Okay. And the store is as cute can be. They don't have a ton of scrapbooking stuff, but she used to own a machine that did professional stuff. And
I like
yes,
that.
and so she still had some available, and I did purchase a few of them, and I'll be using some of those coming up. Okay, so I'm going to use, this is from Sandcastle. I'm going to use it to make this title. This is one of the titles in the kit. Okay, it's Sandtastic Fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace this piece, but I'm not going to do the little banner parts, the little flag parts. I'm just going to do, whoops. And now I'm going to have to use my eraser. I'll move my fingers.
Want me to glue them down?
No. Nope, but I got to get an eraser. There's none in this one. Bag. So this is the thing I did for the Kiwi Kit Club. Okay, so you're going to get to see it, how I did it firsthand.
Well, explain to a couple of new people on what you do on the Kit Club.
So I
am
on their design team along with Gail. She's on here, and see how nice that erases with the Kuru Toga. Gail's on here. There's a few designers that they do layouts with the kit every month. It kind of gives you an idea, and most of us do our own design. So you get sketches with your kit to make them, and then there's a PDF that you get where there's more designs from people like Gail and me and Deborah Johnson
and several others.
Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna save that piece. It's got some color on the back. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ink this piece up. Okay, I can leave it like that. That's kind of cute. But now what did I just do with my template? Oh, here it is. Oh, freak myself out. What I'm going to do, I've got this little gold vellum. And I'm going to make those two banners with it. And I'm going to go back a little bit so I can have a piece to glue on. Okay. There's one. I'm just going to make sure I go over there a little bit. All right, I'm going to trace the other one. And I don't have to use the whole piece, right? Because I'm going to make two.
Yeah, you can
Sure, I'll go
modify
this way.
whatever you want.
Get more here. There, that works better. So I'll just save the inside.
And I'm just learning how to use this program. I hope you didn't mind, Sabrina. She said I lead a scrapbook weekend, the third weekend in September every year in Bedford, Kentucky. Would love to
Oh,
have you join us sometime. So I took a picture for us, but I went ahead and did the share on the main screen. So when people watch a replay, they
awesome.
might want to come and
Now,
join.
before I cut it out, okay, so this is what I did. I traced both flags. I'm going to run it through my crimper, okay? Now, if you want to, you can make the whole thing, trace it again, but I only have a little piece. So I'm going to do it this way, and I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm going to cut it.
And this is one crimper. How many crimpers you have?
5.
She has 5 different
There's a
ones.
wavy, a straight, a diamond, a heart, and a bubble. Okay, so I'm going to cut these out. This is where I use the tips. When I go into the little points like this, the intricate pieces. Not quite enough. Don't have my reading glasses on tonight.
Want to borrow mine?
Nope, I'm good. Okay, so now I'm going to go across because I have a piece to glue on. Okay, there's one. Undo this other one. Got my little piece to glue on.
And you ink the vellum too, don't
I'm going to ink the vellum, but I'm going to do it. I have to cut it out first. The reason we ink is because it gives a little depth, a little distinction between layers. So it works very nicely for that. You can use other colors. I know one of our Kiwi Lane users, Jenny Prosser, she uses it and uses different colored ink. And then she goes back with a gel pen and goes around the edges with the same color for the gel pen. All right, I'm going to take my template, make sure I have it right. I do. I'm just going to go around. This is a little mini dauber. I got this at the store in Cedar Rapids, Scrap Mania. And they have the refills. You just pull the top off and you can have new ones when you need it.
And they do have an online store if anybody's interested
Yes.
in that. And Ruby Harris, I can answer your question. She wants to know, did you guys move to Friday instead of Thursday? That makes
No.
her sad because she really likes Thursday
No.
nights because
No,
they
no,
go
no.
dancing on Friday and Saturday.
So I here at the rally at the Integra Coach Owners Association, I actually taught a card class. Okay.
So we were obligated on Thursday
Yes.
night. And
And
Susan let us move it to tonight,
Yes.
Friday night. But it'll be back
So
to
it'll go-
Thursday
yes.
nights.
yes, we'll go back to Thursdays. It's the second Thursday of every month. It's the Profit Talk. So, but make sure you check out the community for other events that Kiwi Lane does. Okay, so here I'm going to line it up here, make sure I have it right. Okay.
And they're on break right now, so get yourself a good break in, Ruby.
Okay. There's one. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I slid it. Oh, it's easier to lay down. Hope you guys can see it because it's easier for me to lay it down and do it.
So do you square dance, Ruby? Is that what you're doing?
There's one.
Normal country dancing.
Okay, I don't want to do that on my picture. So I'm going to lay this one here. This is what I did for the layout, so you guys are seeing it, how I did it. Okay. And there it is. Just like that. You get it? Okay. So now we're going to take this little flower and we're going to go back to our kit and get some matching papers. I really, really, really love the red. Okay, it's kind of a corally red on the back. I like that one. And I think I'm going to do the flower in this one. Should have enough in there. There we go. I have to take a little more than what I want, but that's okay. Now we're just accessorizing. That's what's left to do. I can't wait to show you the sandcastle.
And so Brenda Webb, we'll definitely put that into the queue. She would love to have us come to Dixon, California.
Awesome.
Might
Okay.
be it won't be this year, but it might be some other time.
All right. So now on the other side, I like to make the same color on one side and the same on and one on the other, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little bucket and I'm going to make a red bucket for the other side. Okay.
They have a place here. It's called It's All About the Scrapbook.
All
Jenny
about the
Prosser, she does crops there. It looks like we have a few Kiwi Lane
Awesome.
fans on. So we'll have to do that. Maybe you and Jenny could do something together.
All right. Yes. I've been telling Jenny that we need to do something together. All right. We're going to take a little mat like this. I call this the nasty mat because I can use my nice mat, but if I do that, then my good mat gets kind of nasty. So we're going to use a nasty mat.
I will do that, Lisa. She said my homework assignment is to look up a place called Tasty Tacos in Des Moines and take you there because they're a small local chain and they have the puffy tacos like you like.
What's the place we used to get them at in Burlington? What was the place called? It's not, was it
Casper's.
Casper's? There it
It
is.
was in the mall.
Yep. Oh my gosh, those are, and I'm not a real Mexican person, but those were fantastic. I actually made chicken tacos tonight for, we call it lupper. It's kind of halfway between dinner and lunch. Usually eat one, maybe two meals during the day.
What was it you wanted to share, Lisa, about our trip that you saw?
What? I already sent her a picture. You talking about the big boy that's out in the middle of the field?
Yeah, we're going to Yellowstone. We're outside of Cody. We stayed out in the middle of the country.
Yep.
Off US 20, and in the middle of a field with mountains all around is a big boy statue.
We both took a double look. Is that what we thought it was?
So whoever it was must have been from Michigan or somewhere where big boys are pretty popular in
Just
Indiana.
a little bit.
But yeah, statue out in the middle of this pasture.
But it was funny. We thought of Lisa immediately. Lisa loves big boy seasoning. And when we go to Michigan, we always ask her, "Are you ready for another bottle?" So we're going. Our coach come from Indiana, is where it's made. And
the chassis is out of Michigan.
Yeah, the chassis out of Michigan. So.
Well, Lisa Yokoma said she's been to It's All About the Scrapbook. Let us know if you make it out. It's really close to Ripon.
Awesome. Okay, so here I'm going to take the slice tool.
Heather Jones says I'll be going on my way to buy a wavy crimper tomorrow.
You can get it on Scrapmania's website too. They have all 5 of them. If you don't find it, she's got a tab under there that's Linda's favorite things, Linda's Kiwi Lane favorite things, or something like that. So, all right, she doesn't sell Kiwi Lane products, but she does have a few things there that I use that I like. The habit that Linda has, and that's a support. So I'm gonna save that little piece. That looks like who's the little guys with that Gavin used to like? Come on. Dominion, Minions. The Minions? It looks like a minion head. Well, there you go, guys. I think different color. I'm thinking Frankenstein, a Frankenstein head coming up here in Halloween, which isn't going to be too far away. Remember the Robinson family, Lost in Space. All right, let me find some more of the paper down here. See what we got here. I love me some burlap, so we're going to use a burlap. I've got some blue glitter. You know how many potatoes I had to eat to get that burlap? And actually, Susan used this green the other day. Let's see. Not sure, but we'll see. I've got some yellow. Lisa said we have to swing up by Jessup to see the Sinclair Dino out in the country. There's one right here in Spearfish. Okay, a picture. We have seen so many. I kid you not. There is. Where did my paper go from the kit? That's not. Oh, here it is. I'm going to say that's not all of it. they had one that had a Sasquatch pulling a dino. They had one that was up on a lift. They had one that was dressed for 4th of July. What was some of the other ones we saw? Trying to think.
Quite a few.
Trying to think.
We were in the little town of Sundance, Wyoming, before coming here. You know, where what's his name and the Sundance Kid.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Neat museum to see there.
All right. I've got all these beautiful papers.
And you're right, Heather. You can get those daubers there also.
All right. We're going to do our little sand dollar. Of course, let's make it out of the sandy. Oh, this is going to be so cute.
Do you want your wall?
And on the other side is the yellow. Not yet, no. All right. Got my 12-inch. Let's go this way so I don't use too much of that 12-inch section. Okay, we got here.
And you're at an hour and 10 minutes per the official
all right
timer.
Well, we're getting close. We're just embellishing, so we're getting really close. Okay, so there's that one. And on this side, let's do the outside of the beach ball for this side. Oops. See, even I do slip a little. Okay. Then I am going to do the inside pieces just so I mean, I can put my template back over and line it up, but I'm going to put it there just so I know where to put the pieces.
You were talking about Gail earlier being on the design team. She just said when they lived in Wyoming, they thought it was hilarious that one ways to the dump there was an old McDonald's play set equipment that's set up like an art installation on the side of the hill.
Oh my goodness. Did you?
We've seen all kinds of things.
Oh my goodness. So did you guys, have you seen, speaking of McDonald's, we've been in a remote area for a long time. Either I cook or we eat at a local restaurant, right?
Or bologna and spam.
Yeah, well, I was dying for a McDonald's. And the other day we went to that store where Lee was telling you that had the fabric and the ribbon and a little bit of scrapbooking. She said, have you seen the new McDonald Happy Meal toy? She brings this in little bitty tiny Happy Meal box, and inside was a miniature of the Happy Meal cash register. And they've come out now with miniatures for their Happy Meal. Hilarious, adorable, love it. Absolutely love it. So there is enough paper in your kit. You don't have to add the specialty papers. It's just my style. I like adding specialty papers. Plus, it helps me clean up my stash. Okay. And I do have a stash on board. I have a big stash on board. Ask Lee. He keeps getting the coach weighed every time we get it serviced. Make sure we're not overweight. We are good to go, guys. We haven't changed in our tire pressures because you have to have your coach weighed to get the correct tire pressures. We have been.
Only issue we have is I sleep in the Jeep.
That isn't true, and you know it. No. The only time he sleeps is in the Jeep is if he's a bad boy. But nah, it's all good. Okay. So now, let me move this out of the way for a little bit. On the back of this is some really pretty yellow.
And that's how the Kiwi kit.
Yep. I think what I'm going to do is use the yellow for this seashell.
Gail said, I saw the new miniatures and I know I don't need them.
I know, Gail.
But I might need to get a Happy Meal or two. Actually, it'd be great for grandkids. I know in our case, we got.
Oh my gosh.
A couple of the younger ones. They love to go to those claw machines. When you go.
They could be the stupidest prizes. They don't care. It's all about getting
and Pap off for $20. $1 bills.
Do you just? I just need $1. Then $20 later. Yeah. Okay.
They still don't have anything. which is probably good.
So what I'm going to do is take, where did that other piece of gold? I know I laid it here. There it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the same two pieces,
That one's been used.
just a little bit. That's the whole deal. It's supposed to be used in your stash.
Gail said, I don't have any grandkids yet, so what's my excuse? Laugh out loud. Well, the Happy Meal, you got to get your balanced meal, you know, and what more? You get chicken, or you get the burger, or you can get fruit, you can get, what else is in all those?
Yeah,
Chicky
you
nuggets,
apple
apple
slices.
slices,
Just so
and a juice box. So just think of the new.
slide, flip. Okay, let's do this one. See if it'll write on that. Nope. Okay, now I got to get a pen. Bag. Sometimes the backs of papers won't let you trace. So grab my trusty dusty little black lip pen. And sometimes I use this one to trace the templates around the photo templates around my photos.
Carolyn Gingrich is on, says from North Carolina.
Hello.
What tool did you use to cut the small piece from the bucket?
It's called the slice. Slice?
Looks like a pin.
Yeah. It won't cut you. It's a
little piece of ceramic that you use.
Yes. Ceramic tipped.
And she uses self-healing mat, or I call it nasty mat, because
You can
use it to glue. You get that Dollar General or anywhere.
You have to have a self-healing mat for it to cut on. You can't cut on you don't want to cut on your glass mat, and you don't want to cut on your
layout.
Your regular mat. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Okay. So the reason I'm doing two of each, do you remember how I offset that little photo? Well, I'm going to offset a couple of the little accessories by doing the same thing. And it's going to give it a very unique and fun look. So Kiwi Lane to me is a way to get me started, to get my juices going, okay? The problem I have is my juices keep flowing. I keep creating, which is a good thing. But you'll see mine have a lot of layers, a lot of details on it.
And I've taught her most of the things she knows.
Oh, yes. No. But because I can use my imagination and create anything I want, I can take two templates and turn it into a third vehicle, something different. That's what's wonderful about Kiwi Lane. Like you're going to see here in the sandcastle here in just a minute. I'm going to do that next. All right, so I got those two.
Marshall says, Carolyn, you need this slice in your crafty supply. Scrap Media has them.
Yes, Scrap Mania does. Just FYI, some people say they don't like it, and I get that, and I'm perfectly fine. I understand that. But I will tell you, you have to press a little hard
and you
to get it to go in there. And hold it in an angle. It works just like a pen, only you press down harder, okay? So if you don't get it to cut through, that means you didn't press hard enough.
Actually, Linda taught a card class here
a couple days ago.
Yesterday? Or was it
Thursday? That's yesterday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Okay, we had a meeting Thursday. That's what it was.
And she had 8 people in that, and they got to use the slice.
So, card class went very well. A lot of people went touring, but we still had, like Lee said, about 8. Loved it, and I think some of them will be Kiwi Lane users. So,
and they're making cards, and some of them they're going to keep, but the ones that they didn't want to keep are going to donate to local
that's
veterans.
me. I'm doing that. Yeah, mine. Okay. We're going to ink these up. These little pieces. This is Susan's favorite. She said she can get lost into inking. I always keep handy wipes next to me because I'm a mess. I'm sorry, did I miss the bucket? Just throw that in the little scrap bucket.
Yeah, you weren't even close.
I got a smaller scrap bucket. That's why. I'm sorry. That's my fault. And you can be as sloppy as you want with this inking. You don't have to be just on the edge, or you can just be right on the edge, whatever your preference is. I like to get a little sloppy in some places because I think it kind of makes it look more lifelike. Okay. And I'm not going to cut the beach ball, these little sections out. I could with the slice, but instead I think I'm just going to layer everything on top. One.
Well, while you're doing it, I'm just going to repeat instead of trying to pull it back up. Is
Special.
What Susan had from Kiwi Lane. There's the All American Designer Template Set
With the
Star Spangled
Sweetie
Paper
templates.
Kit.
No, say it right. All American paper kit with the Star Spangled Sweetie templates. Okay, it's all one kit. All of it's together.
She's got the opposite. All American Designer Template Set with the Star Spangled Sweetie Paper Kit.
The other way around.
Okay. Well, the thing that you need to know is the user code is July 2025.
But it's for Kit Club members only, okay?
And
Sorry,
on
guys.
Sunday, July 13th at 11:59 Mountain.
There you go. Sorry, guys. It's only for Kit Club members. Another reason to become a Kit Club member because you get great specials. It's a flash sale that she announced this morning. Okay, so we'll finish that one up. Now, I can leave it like that. It's very cute, very pretty. But if I do just a little bit offset, I can turn it. I'll even get a little more there. Look at that. Okay. Love that. Just gives it a little more pop. So with, without, with. Got it? You guys see that? Okay. I'm going to run this through the crimper because seashells have a little bit of a ridge to them, right? Most of them do. So I'm going to run this one through.
And you got to hold it up close.
I'm going to hold it up close.
For
Good at their nose. There. How's that? Is that better? All right. Same thing with this one. Now I can do it this way, which will be cute. I can do it this way, which will also be cute. Or I can just do that. See the difference? And then I can take this one and I can come over here like so. Okay. So that is just adding another layer and you get that extra little oomph. And then this is our tag, which will go along here. Probably bring that up a little bit. And that'll go there. Okay. Now, one more thing here. We got a shovel to make. And I'm going to use.
Are those lines on that ball that's over there?
I have to fill it yet.
Okay. I didn't know if that
I have to fill. I'll get there. I'll get there. So what I'm going to do is I make the shovel a two-part. Let me find it here. Make sure I got it.
Is it going to have a soft handle? You know, you don't want to get a blister.
I gotta find the shovel here. Hopefully I did. Oh, here's the flag. And here's my sword.
Grand old flag.
And I've lost my shovel. Oh no. Let me look in the thing here. Look in this. See if you see a tiny shovel in there. I usually keep everything in that tray, but for some reason he just kind of. Oh, nope, that's the flag. All right. Well, that's all right. He'll show up. If not, he's here on the floor. All right. So I'm going to take this little one. And I'm going to. This is Tiny Seaside 1T. Oops, here. Good thing it's on the back side. Okay. There we go. You don't see it?
Nope.
Oh, goodness. I don't think it's slid under there. We'll find it. I guarantee it. I might not get it made this live, but we'll have a shovel. Okay. Do you see it under the table by chance? Now this is a little tiny piece, right? But I'm using these scissors just fine to cut. The worst part that thing would be underneath the insert of the table and the cabinet below. That'd be the worst, but I don't think it's there.
I don't see
I
it.
think it's probably, it either fell in the envelope down here with the paper or it's on the white carpet somewhere, but we'll find it. It's not a problem. Okay. Now on my bucket, I did a stripe on the pail and did a little design. But I'm going to change it up, do something different on this one. Okay. I don't think it went up under here. Nope. I still think it fell in that paper. Okay, we're just going to ink this rather quickly.
See some templates back here by your glass, but I can't see what they are.
No, those are the clouds for my next layout. Okay. Oh, I didn't ink the bucket. Goodness. Gotta ink the bucket.
You're slipping.
I'm slipping. No, I had all the templates in there, or they were just laying out the little ones, but it's all right.
I could take them all out of here and
If you want to, that would be good. Just make sure you don't lose them. Like I did.
That's true.
I did. Okay. So remember we had this around the little bucket.
So what's the technical name of the type of shovel it is?
I don't know. Might want to move that paper scrap. Okay. And then our little shovel will go there. But I'm going to take this piece. You see all these little diamonds on here? I'm going to cut a pattern for my bucket. Just something simple.
Nope.
It's not in there? Okay. Let me kind of square this up a little. All right. There we go. And I'll ink it. All right. And I think we're just going to do it like that. Something very, very simple. We can go square, or like I said, we can do the little diamond. I like the little diamond. All right. Now our sandcastle. This is what the template's all about. Oh, can't do that. We got to trace these.
Gail wants to know, Linda, did you order the background paper?
No, this came with, oh, did I order? Yes, I did order the background paper. It is at my daughter's. I don't have it with me yet. I'm looking forward to getting it. Very much looking forward to getting it. Okay, so I'm going to take this. This is my template. This is the way it's got to go. Slide it off, slide it under, flip it over. Oops, here. Do it again. Slide, slide. Okay.
You sure?
Yes, pretty sure.
Pretty
All right.
sure?
And I'm going to go every other one out of this. Okay. And then I'm going to take the green and I'm going to do the same thing. So it's this one. Yes, I've got a little bit in there. I'll waste, but I want to make sure I get the placement just right. Okay. I don't think that's it. No. All right, so I'm just going to cut this. And cut each of these out. You're awful quietly. He's getting.
Well, the number's going out. No comments.
Okay. All right, there's one. I'm just going to lay them on there for now, guys. I'm not going to ink them because I really want to get to this sandcastle and show you how that works. There's two. Okay. And here's three. Let's do these.
Did you order more than one pack of each?
I actually think I ordered 6 of each one. 3 of each for myself, and then, well, 3 later for myself, but usually I'll use them at a stay and play. So if somebody comes in and they need a background, I'll be able to share with them. I think that's what I did.
She's wondering if she should order another one of the blue green. She said, my last 6 layouts have had blue or green backgrounds. I think those might be my favorites.
Well, here's the thing. I ordered 3 of each ones, of each one of the sets, because I know how wonderful Kiwi Lane paper is.
3 or 6 of each one.
3 of each one. I may have ordered 6. I'm not sure, but I know for sure. I ordered 3 of each one for myself. And if I could order more, I would, to be honest with you, because I love the Kiwi Lane paper. And I do have a few extra sets of Kiwi Lane that I have not been able to complete yet. My second round, I've always completed the first one, but the second round, I've got a few ones that I ordered like extra when they had them for sale. So I know that I'll be using them. And it's going to be nice to have Kiwi Lane because the extra kits I got, I always end up making more. So, okay. Slide off, slide under, flip it over. Okay, we're just going to make this little center. Because then we have that copper on this side. All right. And on my shovel over here, I will be making it out of the blue. Once I find it, the blue and blue glitter, probably some of this gold or copper, probably do some of that too. We'll make it a sparkly one. Okay, so that's going to be our beach ball. I'm just going to kind of push it off to the side. All right.
Terry wants to know what's the weight of the paper and the cardstock.
The cardstock, it's all the same. It's, I hope, which Susan was on. I think, don't quote me, but I think it's 85. It's very, very, very thick. Very nice. Not too thick that you have trouble working with it, but it is perfect for using with Kiwi Lane templates. Okay, sandcastle. So the sandcastle has all these little pieces that we designed, right?
Marshall wishes she would have ordered more.
You still can. I think they're still available in the shop. Okay, so what I did, oh, I know, the shovel's going to have burlap on it. Burlap and the blue. So we have burlap. So what I did is I cut these all out of burlap ahead of time because, you'll see here in a second, I used floss and sewed the windows, okay? I'll show you. Here was the kit that I did for the PDF, okay? That's the layout. See how I did the sandcastle? And that's what I'm going to show you how to do it, okay? So first you cut all the pieces. And of course, we're going to ink it. I'm holding my dauber here. And this works just like the glitter paper. You want to keep dabbing because otherwise it will fray. And then you're going to have another mess on your hand. Okay, so I've done that one. I haven't done one of the templates, so I'm going to show you that here. Did I lose that? Nope, there it is. Goodness, it's going to be one of those nights I'm going to lose everything here. I know it's not outside the coach, which is a good thing. It's in here.
That still could be a challenge.
There's that one. See the difference between inking and not inking? Can you guys see that? Between inking and not inking? I'm going to cut these little frays off. And you want to cut over, when you cut these out, cut over your nasty mat, and then all the little frays will go in your nasty mat. All right, here we go. One.
Catherine says, where did you get your burlap?
I got it from Scrapmania, and it's about $3 a sheet, and it's a 12 by 12 sheet, but it lasts for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah, it's pretty good quality, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's paper on the back. The single sheets are much better than the ones that you get in the pads. I like these much better. Okay, so we've got this one, and
actually we bought potatoes and I had
potatoes. I did use 2 different colors. I did add some pink in here because she's got pink on her swimsuit. So I'm going to bring some of that pink in, even though there wasn't any in the kit. Okay. This is another way you can do that. All right. I need my...
Sabrina Gish says she's scrapping with you, but she's working on her birthday layout.
Ooh.
And it's been designed on my scrap easel for a week. It's good to scrap tonight.
Yes, definitely. I agree. Okay. So on the back, I just kind of eyeballed and traced a window from the original template. Okay. I've tied a knot in my floss. I did tie this. I just left the floss, the full 8 strands, because that means less time I have to go around. All right.
Josie McElmurray said she had to look it up. It's 80 pound.
Okay, it's close. I thought it was 85, but 80 pound. Perfect. Thank you.
Lisa Wiseman said, did you get your glitter paper at Scrapmania?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay, so I'm just going to go through. And this isn't hard. I mean, this is a dull needle. This is an embroidery needle, guys. So it's not hard to go through.
Gail, also another question.
Shoot.
Comment, she wants to know, have you ever tried using freight check on your burlap?
Yes, but I don't like the harsh look of it. I'd rather have the simple, I'd rather just cut it. But yeah, I have used it, but it kind of leaves it crunchy.
She said, I've thought about it, but I haven't done it yet. And she's wondering if it would help keep it from shedding as much.
It does, but because of the paper on the back, it gets crunchy. Okay. And if you want it to look like jail, guys, that's another thing too. I'm sorry, but if you know someone in prison, this would be a cute little template to make a picture of somebody in prison. That sounded bad. But I mean, look.
I don't think you're shedding all that bad, though.
No, it doesn't shed. It's just.
But you've had other burlaps you picked up at places where it did shed pretty bad.
The pads, those pads that you can get, don't. You'll regret it. You say, I don't like working with burlap. Well, that's because of that. But you can use all kinds of stitching on your pieces that you cut up from Kiwi Lane. If you go in and look at some of the community, some of the other layouts, I know Mary Snyder, she's a real big one on sewing. Gail, I think you've done some too, if I'm not mistaken. So I like to go through first and just follow the burlap itself where it leads me to sew, and then I go back and fill it in. Okay, and that's pretty good. It just kind of gives you an idea, right? And then I'll just knot it off. And then I gotta get. Do you mind getting me the box of elevators, please?
That's in
where you was the other day.
Yeah.
Yep, same place.
Jill says Scrapmania has everything I just wish I lived closer.
Hey, listen, I'm in your same shoe, guys.
And
Because
Terry
I'm
wants to know,
telling
do
you.
they ship? And the answer is
Yes,
yes.
they
And they're
sure
pretty
do.
quick on it.
They sure do. Yes. I mean, I'm at the mercy of shipping too, guys, and I move. So I'm not in the same place all the time. So I gotcha. All right. It really makes me. Oh, I found the shovel. Found the shovel.
On the floor, wasn't it?
Yep, on the white carpet. Le shovel.
Lisa Brennan says, Terry Frey, I ordered and it moved,
Let me get the shovel.
the sampler set, and I was hooked. This is on the templates.
There you go. Yes.
The one I remembered. A lot of times that's
Slide,
spent
slide.
start off
What?
with it.
I'm going to show you how it works. Okay, here, guys, really quick. I want this on my pencil.
Lisa Rohr says, I love the scrapbook too. Looks cool.
All right. We're going to do this shovel. And I'm going to cut over my mat so that you can see that it will fray a little bit. This is a clean one.
But again, Terry, if you need any help or anything on any of the Kiwi Lane things, just reach out to Linda. She can definitely help, private messenger or whatever works.
Definitely. I'm available 24/7, guys.
And Kim Thomas wants to know, did you use embroidery floss to stitch with?
I sure did. All the 8 strands. Okay, can you guys see how it frays a little bit? It's not bad. Not bad at all. I'm going to dump it in here.
And Gail says, yep, I do sew on the pages all the time.
Yep, I thought so. So now we're going to take the
She has not sewn on burlap paper yet, though. I'll add to her list of things to maybe try.
Yep. Okay, so this is going to take a little more pressure because it has paper plus the burlap, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a 2-stroke across and a 3-stroke. And then I'm going to go around and I'm going to do it the same on this side. This is really tiny, intricate right here. So I'm going to have to go back with my scissors.
And Cass says it must really be tough moving all the time. You really have to plan. The only thing I'd say to that is we sold our house. So this is our house. So it isn't like we go home to get more stuff. Everything she uses is here at the coach.
So
I have a storage unit, but
yes, I do have a storage unit back in Cedar Rapids.
But it's just more backup for things.
It's stuff that, it's been in my stash for years, and I will when we go back there, we do go to the unit and I do grab a few things. Okay, so now we're going to take that blue and I'm going to take my template. And here it is. Like, I'm going to put a string around that one, man. That one is tough. Okay. That's the way it's got to go. Slide it off, slide it under, flip it over, slide, slide, flip. Thank you. I just want, sit it right there. I just want the scoopy part. Now, I'll show you on the layout again that I did. Okay, it's going right up here in the pile with the rest of them.
And a lot of the things that Linda has in storage back in the storage unit, she'll have like a big jars full of buttons that might have been her great grandmother's, and just a lot of things like that.
My mom's, my grandma's, my great grandmother's, and my great great grandmother's buttons. Yes, I do. All right, we're gonna ink this. I'm gonna ink the shovel. We're doing this very, very simple tonight, but I want to show you on the what I did on the layout on how I did that one. Okay. Let me cut this a little bit. All right, we're going to put this on. Oh, did I cut? No, there it is. I'm like, oh, did I cut it the wrong way? Okay. That is adorable. All right, I'm going to use another thing that I got at Scrap Mania. This is called the glue press. This is by My Sweet Petunia. It uses Nuvo glue when you come, but it has an empty bottle and a small tip and a medium tip. And it can't be a regular Nouveau. It has to be one that is made specially for the My Petunia. I like Barely Art Glue, so I fill it with that. And this can be stored in your stand for as long as you want, and it will not dry and it will not run out if you get it exactly in the center of that little pillow. If you don't, it
Looks
will.
like a chalice for communion at church.
Yeah, I guess you could use it. That's a little crooked, but you could. Okay, so that's our little bucket and our little scoopy. All right, here we go. We are going to assemble.
Heather said, I love my glue press.
And I do have this yet to do. Which one did I not use? I think I used everything, but let's give it a little red flag. A little red piece for our red flag. And I just need the red. But I am going to make the base, just the flag part. I'm going to do the red. Okay. And then for the base, we've got a little bit of this gold. Let's take the gold.
Lisa Yoko says, my mom gifted me a glue press. No, I love it. No more glue bottle struggles.
Exactly. Exactly. I think I have to use the pen.
To get so it'll show up on the back of that, some of that kind of
It's
papers.
slick. It's glossy. This doesn't write on your template either. This is a little pen, black. I use that for tracing like this on something that I can't get to show with my pencil. I also use it for journaling, doodling. It's a great pen.
Well, and I'll let Linda answer this question, Natalie. She said, where do you store all your supplies in your RV?
Okay.
Do you somehow create a room? I would love to see your crafting setup.
Okay, so what I have is we have an Integra Anthem Z is the floor plan. Okay, it's a 2022. And when we bought it because it had a large closet in the back. It's a big walk-in closet. Along the back side is all the clothes that hang, right? But along the um along each side is the washer and the dryer. What?
That's basically
Here. He's got. Let me get it. See, turn it. Okay, that's our coach. That's what we travel in. Has 4 slides, king size sleep number bed. In the back here is a washer and a dryer on one side, and on the other, there's a cabinet that has 3 shelves, and it has 3 drawers. Okay, so that's what I keep majority of like my Kiwi Lane extra paper, and tools and bigger stuff, dyes and that kind of stuff, right? And then in the front, right behind the driver's seat, is a fireplace with it had a TV above it. But what we did is we took, okay, let me get my elevators out here. What we did is we took the fireplace and
It's electric.
took the fireplace. It opens up on a piano hinge and there's storage underneath. And then on the top is they took the TV off the stand and it has shelves built around it.
They built a cabinet that matches.
And the TV's on a hinge, so it opens up into storage. And that's where I keep like this kind of stuff, my gems, ribbon, glue, the hand tools that I use on a regular basis. And then Lee fixed the table, or had him custom the table. It has a big leaf and it pulls all the way out to almost, I think it's about 6 foot. It pulls out
5 to 6 foot, yeah.
And so that gives me enough space to scrapbook. So yes, I know I need to give you guys a tour,
And
that is
the
going to be
window has a big shelf area here by the dining table, and she has quite a bit of stuff sitting there too. And then some of the cabinets up on the side have things. And then there's some containers in the Jeep that we have.
That's class stuff.
Yeah, but it's still scrapbook stuff that you have.
But those are class. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and Sabrina Gish says I have toured her space and it's very cool and creative. And we have a lot of lighting in here. The
Yes.
lighting's pretty good.
And then I have a ring light. So, all right, I'm going to get this laid out here. So what I'm doing is I'm going behind. I hope I get that over enough. Let me see. Over just a tad more. Okay, I'm putting this straight down. Okay. This next one, I'm going to put 0.04. That's the thickness of these scrapbook adhesive foam squares. Okay, there's different sizes. I'm going to go ahead and just use these big ones rather quickly. Okay, 0.04. My nails are atrocious. They're terrible. I had gel on them for a long time because I had nails that were actually grown out. But then the last guy that did them ruined my nails. Literally ground them down to almost the bed. So I'm having to deal with sore fingers and no nails. All right, so this is going to go down here.
That's interesting, Terry. She said she worked in the craft industry for 8 years at Spellbinders. She also traveled teaching classes at the Scrapbook Expo. And she saw Kiwi Lane on Facebook and was intrigued.
Awesome.
So you probably have dealt with her before because you used to get a lot of Spellbinders.
This is 0.08. Okay, this is another
80,000 thick, in other words.
Okay, and that's going to go right on top like that. Now this one is going to go on top, right? Now I do want it to pop up so I can get that 3D look. I'm going to use another 0.08, okay? If you need something a little more thicker, you can double them, the little squares. That's okay, because these squish. I mean, this does not put any bulk in your book per se because the foam does squish.
Mickey Probst is on, so I get to see you in just a couple of weeks. So excited to see you guys.
There's some people that were interested in your craft.
Yeah, we're spreading around, so might more people show up. You never know. Beth Cole says hi, Linda.
Hello.
And everyone.
Okay, so I'm going to put this here over top. And see, now this one kind of goes down a little bit. So I'm going to add another 0.08 onto these two.
Joni says, I hope we get a tour. And yeah, if you're...
You will get a tour.
Yeah, they'll be there. We'll make sure we get it. We can put Gracie in the Jeep, so...
All right, now we've got
Might be time to clean a coat, so maybe we'll get everybody a cleaning rag and they can...
It has really been needing it. No, I'll get her done. Okay, so I'm going to cut this big one. This is the 0.04. Okay.
We're self-contained to water and all that. We'll have to run the generator there at the church. We'll be parked out back, and
it's not real loud though.
No, it's a quiet one.
Yep. Otherwise, it'll be a little warm or a little cold in here, whichever the temperature is outside. But no, we had a dishwasher. We took it out, so I had storage for my pots and pans. We've been very blessed to customize it to what our needs are. Okay, 0.04. I'm going to go put that right there. Again, this goes down a little bit, so I'm going to add another little 0.04. I think I can get by with one of these under there.
Yeah, we saw the church is right there on Route 26, I believe it is.
Oopie. There, and that brings it up. Now, I was going to show you on my layout, I even took it a little further. So I took a hole punch. I did a heart and 2 medium punches, and then it showed through with the blue right underneath. And I took fancy scissors and cut right along a strip that give it there. And then I did another layer with white glitter and then a little stripe on there. So, and then I did the doorways and I put the date in it. So you can see it's a lot more detailed than this one. But I don't want to do too fancy on this particular layout because of the fact that the pictures, I want the pictures to really, really pop. And I just want the accents to do just that, to accent. Plus she's playing in sand. So on the shovel, I wanted to show you here, So I used the glitter on the handle. I made this all yellow. And if you can look really close, I took a pen and just shadowed so it looked like the actual shovel was thicker. And then I went over it with glossy accents and let it dry. Same thing here on the bucket. I made an extra piece for here. I cut some sand in the inside of the bucket, a couple of stripes, and then did glossy accents on everything. Okay. Then I did a little sand pile right here. On this one, I wanted to show you on the sewing, what it is I came up and I did French knots every so far. Okay. So it kind of give it another texture look. All right. You guys see that? All right. So you get a sneak peek on that one.
Marshall says, boy, you're on a roll with this kit. Laugh aloud. Are you going to post all these layouts pretty please?
The one is in the PDF. I'll check with Susan. I think I'm able to post that. I'm not sure. Let me check and make sure, because you have to be a Kit Club member to get the PDF. But let me ask her and see if we can post it. This one will be posted, yes, because this is an event that's open to the
Yeah,
public.
all of us.
Yep. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch it just a little bit here, the little bits of the end of the flower, just to kind of give it a little dimension. Yes, it's going to be flat in the book, but you're still going to see it. And I'm going to show you another little trick. I think I'll put it right there, right over top. Okay, I'm going to show you another little trick with it. This one goes first. I'm going to again use the 0.04. I'm just going to show you a little bit of these tricks, and then we're going to let you go. Here's that one. Again, we're going to do 0.04. Oop, almost did it the wrong side. Okay, and this one we're going to offset.
Well, while you're doing that, Josie asked, what upcoming events or trips do you have planned? We are going to be, as we said earlier, hitting this crop that's down here, just in Nebraska, across from Torrington, Wyoming. We're going to be going down to a rally in Larkspur, Colorado. After that, we'll be working our way back across Nebraska, Iowa. Go back, see daughter and grandkids around close to Waterloo, Iowa. We'll be there for a few weeks, and while we're there, Linda's going to do a couple stay in
Place
plays
at Scrapmania.
in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. We'll
It's
make a
the
run to Rock Falls to get me a pizza while I'm there.
It's the 9th and the
16th.
16th at Scrapmania.
But then after that, we'll be heading out on the 18th of August to go to Edison, New Jersey, for an event there with Kiwi Lane at the convention center.
Right.
And then from there, we're going to work our way down to the Lancaster, Pennsylvania area. For some of those of you that are from there, we're going to take Linda to go see Gabby Barrett, the country singer. We're going to visit around that area for about a week. And then we're going to see Celtic Thunder that she wants to see.
Yes.
We're done with that. We head back to central Indiana, up around Napanee, to get some work done on the coach. And then we hope to head down to see our niece in Crossville, Tennessee.
And then up to North Dakota.
Well, over to around Lebanon, Murfreesboro to see our daughter's in-laws. And then go to North Dakota to see the grandkids there before it gets settled in. And then we work our way back over to go up to Harbor Springs, Michigan for
The fall colors crop.
Fall colors crop. And out of there, we got like 4 days to get to Florida.
And I'll be doing Scraptique crop convention, or you
that's like October the 16th, isn't
yes,
it? 15th, 16th, 17th, something like that.
Yep.
And then we're going to stay in Fort Myers for
Yep. And I'll be teaching at AJ Crafts store in Fort Myers this fall. So I'll be, as soon as I get back, we'll get some dates. So if you're in the Fort Myers or Cape Coral, Bonita Springs, Naples, if you're in that area,
all that's kind of there.
Yep. So if you see, sometimes if these tiny pieces, if you take it and put it in a pair of tweezers, it makes it much more easier to ink, and you don't get your fingers as messy. My fingers are always brown. If you see me out and about, you'll know who I am because my fingers are messy.
Yeah, Beth Cole says the Celtic Thunder's awesome. Linda doesn't care to see him. I'm going to be going to go see him, but she's going to
You
go
like
drag
them
along.
too.
Well, I said I liked him. You didn't.
No, that is not true.
I took your breath away.
Yes, you did for a minute. Okay, so I'm going to show you another little trick here with the beach ball by doing this.
And welcome, Pamela. Pamela Goen just joined in.
Hello.
You'll be able to see the replay. We're almost done.
I'm just going to show you a few little tricks and tips here on things to make your scrapbooking a little easier. So, okay, 2 more of these little pieces. Maybe if I get it up under, there we go. Okay. And I like to grab the tip because these are reversible tweezers and I forget sometimes and I open it and out it comes. Okay. Get this one on this way. Alrighty. Turn it around. Oops. I like using the Barely Art Glue because it gives me a few more seconds to move things. Where if you use our glitter glue, it's on and it ain't going anywhere.
Well, that's kind of right along the line. Pamela just joined us. She wants to know what your favorite adhesive is for paper and then for cardstock.
For paper, the dry adhesive, I use the ATG gun. I get my refills at Scrap Mania. They're about $3. And then the wet, I like the Barely Art. I do like using the glue press. That makes my life a lot easier.
And sometimes you're using the elevators, which have adhesive.
Yes, I like my elevators. Okay, so that's pretty cute by itself, right? But because I still have some pencil lines on there, I can go back and erase them. But let me show you. Take your medium point Uniball gel pen and just go right around each piece.
What color is it?
This is the black. You can use whatever color you want. I'm just using the black. Sometimes I think I've been kind of just popping with the black pens and using little black strips, little blacks of pop here, just to kind of give a little more.
Pamela said she used some glue on her page and it curled some, and she was sad about that. But
run it through the crimper. Are you talking about the whole page?
Well, by using glue, that's why you use.
Oh, that's why. Oh, yeah.
Use ATG, and it's like I don't think you have that much there.
No. But you know what? If you put it between a couple of books and leave it there for a while, it should flatten back out. So just take a couple of heavy books and lay it on there. But as you can see, it just kind of pops it a little bit.
Shauna Bland Scott says, I can't see you in Lancaster. Yeah. I was there several years ago and I haven't scrapbooked in a few years and I'm ready to start again.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'll have to look up the campground we're going to be at.
See how that just popped it a little bit?
It had something Dutch Wonderland or something. There's a campground there that could take a coach our size. We're going to be there for about,
do you know what?
Week and a half.
This could almost be a sea turtle. If you put a head on it, you can make these out a little bit and do some wings. I'm going to make that into a sea turtle, guys. I know we have a template that has a turtle, but I think that could be awesome. All right, let's
turtle or tortoise?
Sea turtle. So you tell me.
Was that a tortoise or a turtle?
There's a difference.
I know there is.
You whatever you want it to be, my dear. Whatever you want it to be. He's giving me all kinds of static. Okay. And then I'm going to show you one more layer here. And we are just about done. So on your bucket over here, you can decorate it some more, or you can just doodle on it to give the lines you want to make it look like a real bucket. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, so we'll see. I'll do that later. Give me something to do. Okay. All right, so I'm going to show you another little trick. Just with a white pen this time. in this flower, in this paper, there are little squares, okay? If you take your gel pen and you go inside each little square and make a dot or whatever shape you want, you will create a very, very, come on here, my pens.
Looks like a strawberry.
Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? My pen's drying.
Gwendolyn Jackson says, I hope you make it to North Carolina sometime in 26.
We are working on our layout, and that's actually
Our schedule.
I think that's one of our top things. Okay, I'm gonna peel this up. I got it stuck down so it won't go anywhere. But you guys see that? See the difference? So you can do that on every other one. You can do it on all of them, whatever your choice is. All right, so I'm gonna do this here. Let me grab this. All right, so I'm gonna take again that copper color that's over here. I've got a little bit of it right here, but I'm gonna take this is actually a snowflake punch. I use this a lot. It's by Punch a Bunch, but I love using this for stamens on flowers. And I'm gonna cut a couple here. There we go. When you cut thicker stuff, see that? And I'm gonna put it right in there. I'm not gonna glue it down yet, but I just want to show you that. So I'm gonna put one there. I'm gonna punch another one. And then we're gonna let you go here. Because it's done. All I gotta do is just stick the rest of it down, do some doodle. Oh, this one's a thick paper. Oh, there it is. Can you grab it for me, dear? Or did it stick on my sock?
I think it's on. I don't see it.
All right, we'll do another one. Not a problem. We'll cut another.
Probably stuck in your sock.
I wouldn't be surprised. Ooh, gotta loosen it up there. There it goes. Locked on me. All right, one more punch. Ooh. Like I said, this paper is tough. There we go. All right. And I think I'm going to put it inside the middle of that bucket. All right. And then we've got this over here. And I'm going to put some gems on. I'm going to kind of play with this a little bit. See where I want to put it. So anyway, another thing you can do too is on these waves, you can either do a white pen and you can doodle some lines on it, or you can put your journaling along there. And that's what I'm toying with. I'm going to see what I want to say, and I might just go ahead and write my journaling along those waves. But I think that's pretty good for tonight. So hope you guys learned a few little tips and tricks and some of the things that I do. I'm always one of these. If I don't like it, I add another layer. Oh, forgot. So this title goes over here.
Yeah, and Terry, feel free to reach out to us. Joni says, love this layout. Sabrina Gish says, your layout's beautiful.
Oh, it's the subject.
It's a gorgeous layout. Don't
forget to use that vellum too, because like I said, it softens it up. You still see the pattern through it, but it does soften it up, okay? The other thing that I wanted to show you is that bag, that right there. Hand me that little
gray
thing.
one.
I think that's where I put it. One of the things I got at the store where I was at.
Pamela says, I got this Amen punch and I'm excited to use it soon.
Yay! Okay, couple of things. And I haven't played with it yet, but I might see if I can get it to work on here. And if you'll have to look for it when I post it. So I bought this Essentials glue pad. And it comes with the refill. But this is stuff you can stick on. You could use it with your stamping or whatever, or you can use it to put embellishments on, right? So I found little tiny glass beads, and I'm thinking I might try to put some sand along where the bucket is, and maybe over here by the sandcastle. So I've got a few of those I might try, tiny ones, but here's what I really found that I liked. It's called walnut shell. So it looks like little sand or little rock, So I'm thinking I might either use this or the little glass beads. I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to try using this glue pad and whoops, and see what I can come up with. Okay, so you guys have to watch for that, and if it works out good, then I'll use it on another layout coming up here and do it on a live so you'll be able to see it. I've got one coming up on Sunday night with Scrap Mania on their Facebook page. And I'm gonna try to use it on that one too. So if you're out in Central Time, it's 5 o'clock Central Time, Scrap Mania. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so 4 o'clock
4 o'clock
Mountain.
Mountain and 6 o'clock Eastern. So I will be using it on that one. I'm using the new Elizabeth Craft mouse die that she got in. She asked me to use that. So we're going to be doing mouse and sand. But I love my Kiwi Lane templates. Of course, we're always going to use Kiwi Lane in every layout that I use. The crop and talk, like I said, is every second Thursday of the month. So next month we'll be back to our Thursday. And don't forget, if you're a Kiwi Kit Club member, you get 30% off the All American kit with that's a 12 by 12 kit to make 6 double layouts or 3 double layouts or 6 singles. And the templates that come with it is Star Spangled Sweetie, which is fantastic. It's got stars, it's got a banner, it's got cherries. You'll love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, with that, we're going to sign off. And I hope you guys like this new forum. I think if we can keep it figured out, Susan will help us keep it going. And we'll be using this and we'll be working on our YouTube. I promise we will get that live now that we're getting some areas where we have some signal to get things uploaded. We'll get that done. Okay, if you got any questions, email support@kiwilane.com, or you can also contact me personally on the Facebook page, or I've got my personal one, Linda Hanson. You'll see Lee and I on it. The other one is the Linda Lou's Kiwi Lane Creative Partner 247200. That's the other one. So, okay. So until we see you next time, everybody have a wonderful evening and a wonderful weekend and keep scrapping. Happy scrapping, everyone.